with a C. Yep. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Porkchop, 92Q Jams. We are in the building right now with Excel Academy at Francis Inwood High School. What's up, Excel?
What's going on, Porkchop?
What's going on, man? First of all, let's me introduce the esteemed, the luxurious Principal Young from Excel Academy. How you doing, Principal?
I'm good, Porkchop. See, 92Q audience. See how Porkchop give an introduction? That's what I'm talking about. Pork to the chop. Thank you for that introduction, Porkchop.
I got a question for you, Principal Young, before you go any further. Are you from Baltimore?
I am not from Baltimore. I am from Oakland, California.
Oh, wait a minute. So you already know. Yes. When did you come to Baltimore?
4 years ago.
You like it here?
I do. I enjoy the people are genuine. They're nice. I just love the love. See, look at you.
Craig.
See, here you go. Pork to the chop.
Go ahead, Principal Young. Introduce everybody that's on here.
Okay, I want to introduce our phenomenal science teacher. She makes any students that's doesn't understand science, interested in science, Miss McCants. She is a doll. She's just wonderful. I want to introduce the best cook and the best baker on this side of the Mason-Dixon. She is our social worker, Miss George. She gives the kids love. She feeds them. She not only feeds their hearts and souls, but she also feeds their bellies. So Miss George, she's our social worker. And then we have Mr. Johnson. He is our social emotional learning brother. He looks big, but he's a big teddy bear. He loves the kids. He's really trying to help them with their mental health. That's my dude right there, Mr. Johnson.
Flex on him again, Mr. Johnson.
And lastly, when it comes to instruction around literacy and humanities, we have my ginger sister, Miss Taylor. She makes sure our kids do a lot of reading and make sure that what they're reading is culturally responsive. So give it up for Miss Taylor.
Miss Taylor, what's up, baby? So, Principal Young, let's start off right off the bat. Tell us about Excel Academy High School.
Excel Academy High School is one of Baltimore City Public Schools' alternative schools. We serve students from the ages of 15 to 21. We serve students who have struggled in their academic journey, but are trying to get back on track. And we work with them and their families to ensure that we try to provide them the educational support along with the mental health support that they should receive and need to receive to finish their high school diploma.
All right, so I want to ask you again, students returning to school is important after this school year. What do Excel students have to come to when they come to school?
First of all, they have a great environment to come to. All of the individuals in this building are excited for kids to return. They love students. They're eager to help them. We also have an attendance incentive program where we try to incentivize for kids to come to school every day. We know it's difficult, but we want to encourage them. So we provide them with field trips. We have an in-house sports league. We also have field trips that are fun and educational. And then we also try to provide as many supports as possible from social workers to counselors to teachers to paraeducators, as much support that we can give the students to get them back on track and to help them and encourage them to stay in school.
If you need a chaperone, let me know.
Porkchop, come on. We need a couple of chaperones.
Okay, I'm there. I'm telling you. Ask me. I'm going to be right there.
Okay, when I call you for the New York trip around Christmas, don't tell me you got something to do. Okay?
Now, I'll tell you now, I am going to out of town.
See? Pork to the chop.
What do you want me to do?
I just invited you to New York with the kids.
What day y'all going?
See, we don't have that just yet, Porkchop.
First you mad at me for not going.
We know we're going in December. We try to take students up there to do Christmas shopping and to pull them out of the city of Baltimore just to have a different environment. So I have your email address. I'm gonna email you.
You know, most kids in Baltimore City have never been outside of Baltimore City. They don't know nothing but Things Dominion and Six Flags.
Exactly. We try to give them different experiences that make their experience at school even better. So we take them to New York. We take them to DC. We are planning in the future a college tour to Florida. So we want to get them out of Baltimore. Not that Baltimore is home. They're always going to love Baltimore, but just to show them a new environment.
What is an alternative school? What's the definition for that?
So the definition of an alternative school in Baltimore City Public Schools is to give the students an alternative way of learning. So within that alternative way of learning, that means extra support, maybe extra time with a teacher, smaller classrooms, different project-based learning where kids work on projects with one or two other classmates. So we try to give them the alternative way. They still get the regular Baltimore City curriculum, but we try to alter it and make it more individual. So it's more like individual personalized learning for students.
Is there more difference between alternative and traditional schools?
No, we use the same curriculum. We just provide more support at the alternative schools.
Oh, okay. So I got a question for my main man, Mr. Johnson, right here. Flexing on him. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, man? What's going on, Porkchop?
I ain't making no noise. You the person I need to talk to about social and emotional learning, and what is it?
Right. So social and emotional learning is the process in which we teach students and adults how to comprehend and express their emotions. You know what I mean? So just having them understand that your thoughts and your feelings ultimately dictate your behavior. So it's our job, to provide positive support for these kids, especially our kids, growing up in the Baltimore area. I'm from Baltimore, attended Dunbar, and I wish we had student holder specialists in Dunbar when I was there. Yeah. Someone that I can come and talk to in the morning, express my emotions or how I'm feeling or what I'm going through. So that's what, social and emotional learning is all about.
What has been the challenges since COVID through the pandemic? And it's a question for everybody.
Well, some of the challenges for SEL has been the virtual piece, having kids log on and try to express themselves through a computer or through a laptop. I'm a really hands-on type of guy, so I like to engage my students at the front door when they're walking into the building. So some of those challenges have just been trying to get them to express themselves through, the virtual and through the laptop piece.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Ms. Taylor?
Yeah, and I would just say too, maintaining these really strong relationships make it difficult because they're not, here every day in the building with us. And it's almost like, making that extra effort to make a phone call and hope they answer or do a home visit and things like that. It just makes it a little bit more strenuous. So getting back to the strong relationships that we do have with kids is really exciting for us, welcoming them back.
Yeah. You, Miss George?
Yes. Some of the things that I found with being a social worker with the kids, like Miss Taylor was saying, and Mr. Johnson, we're all about like building relationships with the kids. And it's kind of difficult to do that online, because we're used to like bringing them in. And for me, I'm used to bringing them in, feeding them, having a conversation with them while I'm feeding them, to kind of like relax the mood and, get them open to talk about whatever is going on in their life. And it's kind of difficult when you have to do that over the phone or on a Zoom call and they have distractions in the background and, other responsibilities and things that they have going on. So like, I found that to be a struggle.
And you, Miss, hold up, your name went away as soon as I was about to ask you a question. And you in the middle of Miss McCants.
Miss McKenna, I'm the only one left. Yeah. I think one of the challenges, just to kind of echo what people were saying, that we've experienced with the pandemic has been the social aspect of it. Even making sure that like students not only engage in my class, whether it was a virtual setting, but with each other. And I think that has definitely been one of the challenges that we've seen with, this whole pandemic.
What safety, like you said, safety precautions have Excel Academy done to get ready for the new year?
Well, we definitely are following the district safety protocols that they receive from Baltimore Behavioral Health and from the CDC. Every student will have a mask. If they don't have a mask, of course, we will provide them with masks. In the building, in every hallway, there are multiple sanitizing stations, which will allow students to make sure that they're being safe. We are asking teachers to maintain 3 feet with the desk within their classroom. We are also, working with just our health and safety staff from the district office to ensure that We make sure that every place in the building is cleaned completely, thoroughly every day, multiple times a day, especially like in the bathrooms. And then again, we'll have on masks. Some teachers will have on face shields in addition to masks. But we're trying to make sure that we not only are safe, but we are trying to make sure that we return back to some type of what we would consider normalcy, right? And so in the hallways, we're asking students to be 6 feet. They're 3 feet within the classroom. In the cafeteria, we not only have the cafeteria opened up for students to eat, but we also have a courtyard where we've bought 2 canopies so they can eat outside and take their mask off. Right. And then we have areas in the building that are for mask breaks, where a student needs to take their mask off just for a few minutes to compose themselves, to drink some water, and then go back to class. We have those areas in the building as well. So we've tried to put in multiple safety measures. And then, of course, we want to make sure that all of the staff, most of my staff, are vaccinated as well. So we're doing our part with anticipation that we can model for our students around what the safety looks like coming back into the building altogether.
Shantae Sims just checked in and said, where is the school? Is it in the city? So I'll tell y'all to get an address and all that good stuff.
Yes, we are in West Baltimore. Our address is 1001 West Saratoga Street, zip code 21223. I know, you stand up when you hear your zip code in Baltimore, but we're in West Baltimore. So we are next to the Poe Home community. And we're ready for Shantae when she's ready to come and enroll her student.
I know that's right. Let's talk about some of the programs you guys have at Excel Academy. I guess anybody can jump in and tell us the big things that y'all doing in your classroom or with your students that's a little bit different than what other schools are doing right now with your programs.
I'll jump in and take that one, Porkchop. From a social work, school type perspective, someone else could talk about the classroom, but like we have a lot going on over here at Excel. We have an infant daycare that's in the process of being built, like as we speak, because a lot of our young people, they have babies and it makes it hard for them to be able to come to school because they don't have daycare. And so like we've helped to, eliminate that issue by Principal Young creating a partnership with the United Way to get the daycare up and running. And then we also have a toddler daycare for our students who have older children, that they could bring their kids to school. And it just helps to put them at ease because they know that their child is safe and they're just a floor or two above them. And they could go down and check on them, throughout the day. So, it helps you to learn better when you don't have to worry about your child. So like in addition to that, we also have like a partnership with like I said, with the United Way and 211. We actually have, I know you know about the 211 service where you get information, all that, but we actually have a contact person just for our area, like who is around to help the kids with if they have issues with housing, if they need any type of assistance, like in any area. We have that. In addition to that, we have monthly parenting classes, where the kids, Be More Healthy Babies comes in and they work with the kids, teaching them parenting skills. That's for our boys and our girls, not just for our girls, so it's a little co-ed thing that we have going on. And we have a food pantry. We just have a lot. Like we have a lot of exciting things like going on over here at Excel.
All right.
And I'll jump in too. The food pantry is a huge thing that we have. We give away groceries. We have a partnership with the food bank. And so we get about 1,800 pounds of food every 2 weeks. And so that allows for us to be able to provide students with groceries if they need it. All they need to do is go downstairs and say they need some assistance. And then whatever we have in the food pantry, from canned goods to meats to fresh vegetables, we provide that to the students and their families. And we also pre-pandemic provided that to families in West Baltimore. Nice. Mr. Johnson, you want to jump in here for a minute?
Yeah. Porkchop, you don't mind if we, I know we've been extremely humble right now, but I want to talk a little bit about our sports program. So we're going to get a little bit back.
Someone just asked that question too. Someone just asked, how is the sports program?
That's perfect timing. So traditionally alternative schools aren't allowed to participate in sports activities,
Really?
but we're just stepping all the way outside of the norm here at Excel. We have a basketball team as well as a track team. Our basketball team is kind of integrated with males and females. Nice. And you're probably raising your eyeballs like males and females, but we're back-to-back champions. Let me add on to that. We're undefeated back-to-back champions. I told you I'm going to talk a little bit trash right now. So back-to-back undefeated. And our boys and our girls actually qualified for states, but we were unable to compete for championships. But we did qualify for our track team. So we have some tremendous athletes here at Excel. And we've learned that inserting the sports program has helped increase attendance and behavior patterns in the classroom for our athletes. Because we do put our student athletes on monitor sheets daily. So that's part of, your cue for being able to play sports here at Excel. But not to be too boastful, but we got it going on over here with the sports thing.
And just to piggyback what Mr. Johnson said too, we also have a weight room where young men can get in there, young women and men and women can get in there and work out. Mr. Johnson is like the fitness guru. So between him and our PE teacher, Mr. Malstead, they really try to make sure kids take care of their bodies from the physical perspective. Mr. Johnson is always trying to get kids to go out and run. He's run several marathons. So we try to include the whole child, not just their academics, but we also want to include the social and emotional and the physical.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Johnson be eating chicken boxes, though. I don't trust him.
You know what I mean? We got to get you to come over and visit, man. You got to come over and visit. You got to check out our weight room.
Oh, I'm going to bring you to the weight room, all right? I can't wait to eat. When my weight days are over, son. I'm going to be fat till it's over. I'm done.
Pork to the chop. Pork to the chop.
Someone asked, Danielle said, do y'all all provide vocational training and trades for your students?
Yes, so we are in the process of really, tuning up our vocational program. We are actually looking at providing entrepreneurship as one of the new classes because so many of our kids are already young entrepreneurs. They're selling their makeup, t-shirts, all of this online. They're doing it on Instagram. So that's the first vocational trade program we will have where students will be able to create a business plan and then actually get in front of some investors. And then we also plan to offer more hands-on vocational opportunities like barbering, like graphic design. We want to be able to make sure that we provide students vocational training where they can go out and make a living wage in the city of Baltimore. Not just minimum wage, but a living wage where they can, support a family.
Right. And someone else popped in and said, since y'all are a not traditional school, does it matter where someone live at to attend the school?
No, we are a citywide school. You can live in East Baltimore and come to Excel. You can live in South Baltimore with the Cherry Hill boys and come to Excel. We are a city. We are citywide schools, so we don't discriminate.
Can somebody from the county go to your school?
No, Porkchop. No, not from the county. It has to be Baltimore City.
Gotcha.
They have to live in the city. They have to live in the city. I want to make sure I say that.
Yeah, because somebody asked since they lived in Windsor Mill, that's Woodlawn area. Wanted to make sure that they were straight as well.
Yeah, no, if they're in the county, they're gonna have to go to a county school. I'm sorry, but we city over here. We BCPS under Dr. Santelises, so we
got you.
City.
Somebody just asked, how about college prep?
So yes, we actually have 4 counselors. We also have a college and career lead. Our goal is to work with students to not only finish their high school diploma, but our goal is to ensure that students have the opportunity and to go to college and want to go to college. And so that is all about exposure. So we do 2 college field trips a month. One is to a community college and another is to a 4-year college. I'll let Ms. Taylor tell you about College T-shirt Fridays. Ms. Taylor, you want to jump in and talk about that?
Yeah, so Principal Young can answer the phone.
Yes, absolutely. And this year we are all 100% staff participating in College T-shirt Fridays. It's all about exposure. There it is, Mr. Johnson. We all are going to represent the colleges, universities we went to.
Hold on, I could do that.
Uh-oh. Also, our guidance counselors do provide a lot of support with filling out FAFSA. Oh no,
you're at IOTA. Oh Lord.
Go ahead, Miss Taylor. I ain't want to interrupt nobody with all this Greekness.
All the
here,
representation.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
Delta Sigma Theta over here, Porkchop. DST over here. DST.
Hey, Miss Taylor, I'm really an iota. I'm like, really? You know what I mean? You mean it's here? Like,
that is the truth.
Listen.
Did you just show your belly on the radio, Porkchop?
This ain't the first time I done took my shirt off in 20 years. This ain't new for me.
That is the truth.
Go ahead, Miss Taylor. I don't want to interrupt you no more.
No, you are good.
She's like, you go ahead.
I'll get myself together. No, so the guidance counselors, they assist with all the FAFSA that you might need, which is, money to go to college. There's something called the AccuPlacer that students can take if they want to start off at a community college, which in Baltimore City is mostly free to graduates of Baltimore City to get, your undergrad under your belt. And then they also help with, it's called a Navigator Center, and they can do it here at Excel or go to the district office if they're interested in going right into a trade for training based on their interests. And we work with the trade unions to get them jobs with that. So we do college and career placement assistance, which is really cool.
And I was gonna hop in and say, and as far as the classroom level, I'm actually in my classroom right now. What we promote, like everyone has been saying, that college culture. I'm actually working on building the college corner for students. So when they're sitting in class and they're looking around, just, being able to see different schools and, just be able to really just put it in the forefront for students. So we do have like that college corner, as Principal Young had mentioned, or Ms. Taylor had mentioned about the t-shirts. We are, even at the classroom level, really trying to push that college culture. Even when students are just, again, sitting in class, not really even thinking about it. They're thinking about it.
Man, make sure you call to register at 410-396-1290. I have a big question for everybody that's not on our question sheet. For the parents that are watching right now, can y'all, all 5 of y'all, tell the parents how much you love the school and why should your child be at Excel Academy? Anybody can start.
I'll go first. I love Excel because we provide our kids not only an education, but we provide them love, and we provide them a joyful learning experience where they can actually come and feel, even if they've not had success in their academic journey, that they are a success at Excel. And so I love that because the people here in this building love ensuring that students learn and love providing them just love and being genuine.
Mm-hmm.
What I'll say, especially from a classroom teacher, we are creative. Like, we have some of the most creative teachers here. We're always thinking about how to make the curriculum. We don't have the time because, I would tell you all about how things I'm doing to make my curriculum. But really being able to take that curriculum, transform it, be culturally responsive, and just really be creative. And I think that's the biggest thing that I love about being here. I can bring an idea to Principal Young and I'm like, what do you think? And she, 9 times out of 10, she'd be like, let's see how we can make this happen. So we really go above and beyond to create that academic experience.
Yeah, and I'll say, it's definitely a place where we work really, really hard and we have this amazing sense of community and we support one another, but we also play really hard, right? We have incentives, we have rewards, like we have fun while we're working hard. And I think that really makes it so different and a valuable place to be. And I really appreciate like the staff and the camaraderie that we have here. And I think it reflects in our students population as well.
Nice.
I'll jump in here. I love the process. Some of our kids that we get, they're coming home from, being incarcerated. They may have just had a baby. So seeing these students walk into the building one way and then leaving another, that excites me every day. Sometimes I get children who they won't speak a word their first 2 to 3 days, or maybe even a month. And then the next 2 months, you see them in a hallway hugging and engaging different adults, different students. just seeing that process, the underdog stories that come in, and then seeing them walk across the stage like, hey, I did that, or having their child, you know, in their hands as they're walking across the stage. That's what excites me about Excel.
Nice.
Yeah, I got excited, like just hearing what Mr. Johnson said, because it's so true. It's so true, Porkchop. Because like I've been a school social worker since 2006 for Baltimore City and for Kennedy Krieger. So I've been doing this for a minute. And like again, what Mr. Johnson was saying, like sometimes you have kids coming in, like they just like, I don't want to deal with you. Like I've had kids be like, yeah, like I don't need to talk to you. I'm good. 2-3 days later, I can't get them out my office. So it's like here, you know, I think it would be a good thing for students to come and for parents to really learn about us and enroll their kids here, because it's like we're not fake. Like we're not fake here. You know, we are about the kids, and I'm not just saying that. Like it is the truth. Like we are about like building relationships with the kids. Like we have kids that graduated years ago, but you know, staff are still in touch with them. So it's not just I'm gonna deal with you while you in school, and then once you're gone, you're gone. No, we keep in touch with these kids. So, you know, it becomes personal to us to make sure that they succeed and get what it is that they need to be successful.
So how does a parent apply for Excel?
So we have a couple ways to apply. The first way they can apply, of course, is going to North Avenue and going to our famous re-engagement center that is run by, you know, Mr. Shaw, where we go and we re-engage students who haven't been in school. They can go down there and speak to Mr. Miles. That's one way, going to North Avenue to the re-engagement center. The second way is calling the school here and then coming in, calling that 410-396-1290, and then actually coming in and saying, I want to enroll at Excel Academy High School.
So they got to call before they come in there.
Well, they can call or they can show up. We're going to help them either way. Even if Excel is not necessarily the school for them, we will get them back to the re-engagement center at North Avenue to get them where they need to be, right? Because we also want to make sure that we send the students. We want to make sure that students that come here want to be here as well, not just, oh, my mom is making me come because they saw me on Porkchop, but we really want to make sure that this is the proper placement for them. So those are the two ways, either the re-engagement center at North Avenue. Most parents know it as the school board, right? 200 North Avenue, and they go to the re-engagement center, or calling 410-396-1290 and coming into Excel. And our address is 100 West Saratoga Street, 21223 is the zip code.
Nice, nice. When is the first day of school, y'all?
Monday.
Yeah, August 30th.
August 30th. We ready too. We ready.
Are you ready?
We ready.
Are
you ready?
We ready.
Yes.
I'm up there trying to get y'all pumped, man. And I would like to close by asking y'all a very serious question. How did y'all all take it through COVID? Being parents, not being, well, I guess being teachers as well. Did you miss the students? Was you concerned about students? And how was your well-being during COVID? Let's start with you, Ms. McCants.
I had a feeling.
You were smiling.
Yeah, I think it was a transition, just like it was for, I think, a lot of people. But what I can say, and maybe this attests to just the wonderful community that we have here at Excel, it was some of the people that are here on the line and some of the people that are like just in this building that helped to like just support me as a teacher, but also as a person. And I think that really helped a lot. Just being able to say, hey, did you eat today? Hey, it's time to turn that computer off. Hey, you know, just keeping me updated. So I think the support of my school community really, really helped to get through those times. Like, yeah.
Nice. Anyone else?
I think for me, in the beginning, like it was a little rough because like I'm used to seeing my kids every day. And when I was reaching out to them and I could just tell in their voice that they weren't good, you know, and it was like, I just was ready to leave my house and drive to wherever they were to see about them. But I was like, it's COVID, like we in quarantine, I can't do that. So,
Right.
but, you know, as time went on, you know, we were able to work through some things and, you know, everybody got back to where they needed to be. But yeah, in the beginning, it definitely was an adjustment.
Oh, man.
I think it was adjustment. It was an adjustment for me. It's the first time that I've ever had to lead during a pandemic, right? And so you have all these, between you're worried about the kids, you're worried about your staff, you're trying to make sure that you are doing your job, right? You are making sure that kids are getting on. And so it was difficult. We had some struggles where we could not reach students, several students. We knew that there were students who could potentially graduate and they weren't logging in, and we knew students had to work. We knew students were the caregivers and breadwinners for their home. So it wasn't like I couldn't tell you couldn't go work if you got a job at Walmart to get on the Zoom. I could, but the reality of them doing that was slim to none, right? So it was hard, but I think we did our best, and we're now at a point where students are coming back, and we're going to try to provide them as much support to get them back on track that they lost last year between interventions and accelerated learning and just our support. So although it was rough, I'm feeling good about where we are now, right? And I'm feeling good about mentally where I am, being able to support the teachers and students coming back still with us being in a pandemic.
My number one concern was the kids always, especially here at Excel, understanding their stories and some of that background, having that much time away from the school building. I'm afraid when they go home. So the pandemic was just extremely stressful those first couple months, not having my immediate conversation with some of the high flyers in our building. That really frustrated me from a school standpoint. But me personally, the message that I always try to push, and if anybody's watching this live, run and read. These are two things that you can do for yourself for self-care that'll help you through any situation. Pandemic, you stuck in wherever you are, run and read. And if you can't run, then walk. Find a way to exercise and find a way to educate yourself.
I know that's right. And last but not least, Ms. Taylor.
Yeah, at first it was great. I liked being able to be home, stay in my PJ pants. It was wonderful. But then, having to balance helping my nephew at school while I'm still trying to be in classrooms and support teachers and trying to balance that time, it was really difficult. And then it made me kind of think about what other people are going through who don't have that adult maybe to help get them through that class lesson, or if they're stuck and they can't unfreeze their computer, what steps to take. So it became very frustrating, and I became really sad that we weren't able to, be there to support all of our kids, and I'm really happy to be back. And it's almost like a sigh of relief. That my nephew will have the support he needs with his teachers, and I can focus here on our teachers and our students and get them the support that they need. It will be so much better.
Your nephew go to Excel as well?
He doesn't. He's in middle school. So
okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, listen, y'all doing a bang up job. I wish I could go back to high school because I come to Excel just to be on a Mr. Johnson football team.
And in my class, right?
Now, let me ask this again, because that was early on. Ms. McCants, what do you teach?
Yeah, so I'm teaching biology this year.
I will not be in your class.
Ms.
Taylor, what you
stuff I have planned.
Ain't nobody got time to be worrying about the cell membrane, the cell wall, and photos.
You say that now.
Yeah, listen, I went to Coppin State University for 2 days. I'm in the building.
Pork to the chop. No.
Yeah, I'm a CSU alumni, baby. All you gotta do is go 1 day to become an alumni. Miss Taylor, what do you teach?
So I'm in all the English classrooms, so grades 9 through 12, and all the history classrooms, so U.S., government, and world. So I'm all around.
I see. I'm gonna come up there and mess with you with my part of prepositional phrases and all my adverbs and stuff. I got it. See, and Miss George, tell everybody what you do again.
I am one of the social workers here at Excel Academy, and I do a little bit of everything. I mother, I counsel, I feed, put clothes on back, cut hair, like all of it.
I'm gonna be right on your PRP team, right there, taking notes. My wife is social work. I know all about that too.
Oh, yes. And firsthand.
Hey, somebody y'all know Marvin Tiller Jr.?
Yes, that's our IT guy. Yes, Mr. Tiller. He does our website.
IT guy, you better have them computers fixed next Monday.
Hey, you better Porkchop. You better tell him. Tell him Porkchop.
And for all the parents that's watching right now, you got 1 week. Tell them kids go to bed early now so you ain't got no trouble come Sunday night. Because you know how us kids was. You got to stay up.
Yes, but we ready for them for Monday. We got a DJ. We're going to have some donuts.
Whoa. You didn't ask me to DJ?
Well, I asked you to go to New York, and you said you was busy. So
DJ, it's Monday. I'm a DJ.
Oh, okay. Now you free. Okay, Porkchop.
You know what? Miss McCants, Mr. Johnson, Miss Taylor, and Miss George, if y'all ever need me to do anything or DJ, I'm here for y'all four.
Oh, is that how we do it, Porkchop? Okay.
I go through the back door because I don't want to go past her little office. I don't want no help from Oakland.
Oh, okay. So let's not even see pork to the chop. No, we want to make sure that we welcome our kids back in style, right? So we just want them to have music, to come in, feel that experience, be excited about the first day of school. For us, it's like Christmas morning. We want that for the kids too. And it's been too long. It's been a year and a half. So we celebrate them as they come in. We got a couple of balloon arches. It's going to be lit.
Nice. Oh, look at you lit, trying to be a young fella.
Yeah, I got to. It's gonna be lit. The kids know that litigious.
Don't say the wrong slang, huh? Make yourself old. Oh, it's gonna be fresh.
No. It's gonna be lit. I know lit is a word they use.
I got you. I got you. Excel Academy. Don't forget Excel Academy, hs178.org. And to register, call 410-396-1290. They on Instagram. It's scrolling at the bottom. Their Twitter account is on the bottom, and their hashtag Excel with us. I like that.
I know we tight. We know.
I mean, them four are tight that I'm looking at. That's this corner.
Now hold on, Porkchop. We stick together here.
Let them know, Miss McCants. Let them know.
You're right, Miss McCants. The three at the bottom are tight. Now you gotta get yourself out of it too. You out. Nobody want to talk to you either, man. Hey. Let me know when I can come down there and mess with the kids. You let me know. I'll be right there.
Definitely. We thank you so much for even taking the time to just learn about Excel, and we look forward to having you.
Thank y'all so much, man. See y'all later.